Today we will adjust this guitar to a heavier string gauge. A couple of days ago I got a new package from the lovely Thomann company, and of course it was a new guitar. And as you may expect it was a fusion guitar, but this one is a little bit different from most of my other fusions. It has only 22 frets, and it comes with the pickup covers, gold hardware, and most important is the badass color, which is called Pink Sparkle or something. I don't know if you can see that on the video, but it looks badass. It's well, killer, like a porn star. And although I mostly prefer red guitars, I wanted to have especially this color, and the reason for that is when I went to Japan last year, I went to the ESP custom shop and I saw the new Takeyoshi Ohmura model by ESP. Takeyoshi Ohmura is a very famous Japanese guitar player. He's currently playing for Babymetal. He was also on tour with Marty Friedman. And if you don't know him, I definitely recommend to check him out. He's incredible. His picking style is really outstanding. But also he's very musical playing. Check out his solo stuff, or also what he's doing with Babymetal. And well, he has these Pink Sparkle guitars made by ESP. But checked out the price and it was about 7,000 euro. So I thought maybe that's a little bit too much for me, especially if you think of going back to your home country and bring this baby 7,000 euro through the customs at the airport. And this summer he released his new model, which is called the Pink Monster. It's also this Pink Sparkle, but also the fretboard is pink, I think. And I checked out the price. It was about maybe more than 10,000 euro, which is, well, he can do what he wants, but it's ridiculous in my opinion. I mean, come on, will Takeyoshi bring a 10,000 euro worth guitar on a Babymetal tour? I don't think so. And will anyone buy this? Well, I don't know. Maybe some rich Japanese geek. But I think it's his models are not available in Germany, and I was really stoked when I saw that Thomann offers a fusion guitar just in this color. So obviously I had to buy it. Of course, it's different from the model from ESP, Takeyoshi Ohmura's model, but anyway, I had to have it because I want to have them all. You may know, this one has a gold hardware, 2 Roswell humbuckers with pickup covers. I don't know, ebony fretboard, maple neck, maybe sapele body, and this badass color, of course. Wilkins bridge, locking tuners, and it's made in Indonesia. And as always, I'm changing the strings to my favorite gauge, which is 10 to 52s. I'm using Gene Markley strings, 10 to 52s. They say LTHB, which means light top, heavy bottom. It's something I prefer with the strings, not so with girls, because if the bottom is too heavy, it's not so good. But anyway, if you are playing fat lead guitars or I don't know, metal rhythm, it's good to have thicker strings, at least in the low end. I think I like to have it, and always I'm changing from the standard strings. These models come with 10 to 46s to 10 to 52s. And today I would like to show you the adjustment of the guitar after changing to a heavier string gauge. So I already changed the strings, and still I didn't tune it. This will be the first step. So I started to tune the guitar, and just roughly, and what will happen is the bridge will come up. And of course, if you are familiar with these kind of tremolos, double locking tremolo, not double locking, but it's slightly upon the body, so it can move backwards too. If you tune all 6 strings, after the 6th string, the first string will be out of tune again, like with a Floyd Rose tremolo. So you have to do this a couple of times until every string is in tune. Seems like that is the case now, but I don't know if you can see it. Of course, due to the heavier string gauge, the bridge will come up. So the next thing I will do is I will use this tool, the screwdriver, and I will adjust the tension of the springs in here. I don't know if you can see it with the screwdriver. So to speak, I will set it, I will raise the tension of the springs a little bit, that the bridge will move to the front, back to the front. It's your favorite officer will say. So I did it, and as expected, the guitar is out of tune again. So after this step, you have to tune the guitar again. In this case, you have to down tune it a little bit because, of course, if you raise the tension of the springs, then the pitch will go up. Well, we all love this ceremony. But of course you have to do it. It's like with girls, it's a lot of work before the fun starts. Okay, so now it's more or less in tune, but as you can see now the bridge is a little bit going back. So that means basically I set the tension of the springs too high, so I will lower it a little bit and tune again. And of course the goal here is to get as many girls to get the bridge in parallel to the body. So now it's more or less in tune again, and now the bridge is in parallel to the body. So let's check the sound. As you can see, it's a little bit out of tune still, at least the G string. And of course, as you may know, with new strings you have to stretch the strings that it will keep the pitch, and I'm doing it like that with each string. Just pull the strings a little bit. As you can see, the most of them, mostly they will go out of tune, and we have to do it a couple of times and until they don't go out of tune, because that's basically same action like you're doing when bending the string, like a string bend, and you don't want to get the guitar to get out of tune, so you have to bend the strings. I'm doing this now, and you can do it really, really strong. I think you cannot break the strings with that, at least if you're as weak as me. So bending is kind of the most important process, I think, when changing strings, especially when you want to use the guitar immediately in a live situation. You have to bend the shit out of those strings, otherwise they will go out of tune. So it's now done so far. Let's see how it sounds. Okay. Now it's in tune, and the bridge is parallel to the body. And the final step is I will adjust the neck tension. As you can see, with heavier strings, the headstock seems to come up a little bit. So in other words, you will have kind of a U in the neck, and you have to adjust the truss rod to get the neck back in parallel as I like it. I like to have the same distance between the string and the neck in each fret. So what I do is adjust the truss rod, and you can do it here with this wrench, Allen wrench, or whatever you call it. And you have to do it clockwise if you're looking from here to get the neck more straight. So I would do it. It's already set pretty heavy, so I recommend you should not overdo that, because then the neck can break, and that is something you don't want, either with your girlfriend or with your guitar. So you should do it, but when it doesn't get any further, then you should stop. Otherwise your neck will be broken. So I did this now, and quite satisfied with the neck tension, but I think the overall action is a little bit high. So what I do is I will reduce the height of the bridge a little bit with these two screws. So what you should do is you have to lower them counterclockwise. Excuse me, clockwise, of course. They have to go down, and now I have a very low action. I don't know if you can see it. It's like maybe, I don't know, 2 millimeters, 1.5, I don't know. But for me it's low. I don't like to set it too low, because then you will get fret buzz, especially when you're playing a vibrato. And usually what I'm doing to check if there are any fret buzz, I'm playing a chord and move it up, and if it sounds clean everywhere, then I think it's okay. And if you will change from 10 to 46s to 10 to 52s, you will immediately hear that the heavier strings, they will have more bass. That is something which I'd like to point out, and people should just take into consideration when they're adjusting their amp, because different string gauges and also different sound in the low end. That is also something which I'm giving as a hint when people are not satisfied with their low end, especially if it's not tight enough or there's some phasing issue, try heavier strings and you will be surprised. For me, as I said before, I'm using Dean Markley LTHB flat top heavy bottom. They look like this. They're not expensive. If I cannot get Dean Markleys, then I'm using other brands, and I have to say there are differences between the different string brands, but at least it's important that you have strings, so you can get your favorite brand too if you don't like Dean Markleys or you prefer the Darius or Boomers or whatever. But I definitely recommend to try out the heavier string gauge, especially if you're a metal player. So I hope this helps you to adjust your guitar. These are my usual steps that I pass when I'm adjusting the guitar, either with this Wilkins bridge, but also with the other floating bridges like a Floyd Rose or whatever is floating, the Ivanes's. And of course this guitar has the great benefit of that you can access the truss rod here. Otherwise most guitars have the truss rod adjustment here, and you have to open this thing and adjust the truss rod there for the neck tension. Okay, please post your comments below, hit like and subscribe, and see you soon. Bye.